Alright then, the scroll lock LED, meaning we are live. I'm just gonna make sure the volume is fine. Seems quiet, not a lot of bombastic music going on in the background, I guess. Anyway, damn, hope I updated. No, I haven't updated the description. We're not playing Doom. I'm just gonna quickly do this over. It's probably not gonna change. Not gonna turn it off and back on again. For some collections. That's fine. Yeah, the description of the stream can stay because it is fairly accurate. We are doing the legendary journey. This time in Auric Basin. However, I am going to start with a bit of a seasonal flavor, and that's the Mad King's realm, aka the Halloween event. Now, they've done something out here. As any festival lately. This one has a weekly component to it, which I totally forgot about this time around. And I've been pursuing for most of the festivals. I haven't been streaming the festivals, so you may not be aware. But yeah, I've been diligently following the weeklies. This week I forgot completely that there might be some such thing. And I kind of slacked off on that. Hold on, I'm just going to adjust the camera. I don't know which way it will be better, because I feel like I'm gonna lean into the mic again and slouch. But yeah, so they did a weekly component, which you can see me here tracking, actually. And you get different points for different participation. So I haven't been doing that along the week. I've just been barely scratching the daily surface. But they got unique rewards for the weeks. So I decided I will do a little bit of it. Also, there is technically new content this year around, which I am going to showcase on stream. But first, let me just start off very easy, very sort of comfy and casually with already it would seem a fairly failed attempt at a beetle adventure. Okay, this is very bad. Just gonna restart this. But yeah, basically, you can even read it on the wiki that doing this tree and this fucking race popping into view. Anyway, even on the wiki, they just sort of mention that doing the raceway adventures is pretty much the fastest way to do this weekly category. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do a couple of beetle races, even though they're not the fastest by far. I am going to attempt for gold, which already I got a feeling this is not going to be it. But if we're going to repeat any race anyway, might as well be this one, because, well, a lot of attempts and it will be a lot of fails, right? So we might go for gold. That's the goal here. Trying to get gold. To get some extra value out of this, because again, if I'm gonna repeat something, and as you can see here, I failed again just before the finish line, basically. But yeah, it gives you progress. Hopefully, I don't know whether it did. 60. I don't know how many points we had. Let me just try it again then. So we're at 67 now. I am streaming. I could go back in the footage. Although you cannot do that on Twitch, can you? With a live video, you cannot rewind a live video. Oh shit, that was the wrong button! I boosted, so we're probably gonna repeat this one. And it's fine if we're gonna hit silver again. At least we know it doesn't award progress for hitting threshold. Threshold, or what's it called in English? My pronunciation with some words, as always. Slipping quite a bit. This is very bad. Bit of the race. Yeah, we're already losing gold. Okay, so yeah, it does progress, as you can see. So it progresses by 5 points every time. So we went from 76 to, I'm sorry, from 67 to 72. So we're just gonna keep grinding this for a little while. And don't worry, we're not gonna waste too much time on this. I can, after all, do the races tomorrow. No, what I'm gonna show you is the new content, and by new content, I really don't mean the weekly, even though that is technically new this year. No. What we're gonna do here, damn, gonna lose some precious seconds, but it's fine. We can hopefully recover. I mean, it's not that tight, even though this is the tightest race by far, by a long stretch, because all the other races are so forgiving, and you basically hit them on first try every time, unless you're doing something really specifically wrong. Again, I think I mashed the wrong button, which no. Ah, there you go, that's gold. So yeah, that's one thing you can do. And again, this one might take a couple of tries, so might be good for actually doing the thing. Now this is Eddie's bunny bounce. Now they are saying to do it on a Springer. It might be easier to do on some other mounts, specifically on Sky Skill, of course, because the Sky Skill is overpowered by most metrics. However, I will show you that even with the bunny that it's designed for, where you do have a lot of the times where you like root yourself into place, and therefore you don't you're not going fast. It is quite possible to do this. In fact, a lot of the times you don't even have to like use the special ability. Like here, I just simply jumped, and yeah, well, I only have silver now, so I must have fucked up somewhere. No, we still have gold. Somehow it tracked wrong, and you can see 10-second clearing, no issue there. And last but not least, there's of course the Jackal race. Again, with some creativity, you can do it on a different mount. I think Jackal is fine here, actually. And again, so much time at your disposal. You don't have to use the Bond of Vigor or anything. You can just use the tools that you have at your disposal and clear this very easily. Even if you mess up here, I'm pretty confident I can still go for gold. Maybe I will Bond of Vigor at some point, but hopefully that won't be necessary. Avoid the pumpkins as best as you can. Hopefully you are saving up those dodges. But here it's even 18-second lead, or well, maybe 17, but yeah, so that's something you can do to progress this madness. And yeah, I don't really like the structure of the weekly, a lot of the weeklies actually. With some festivals it doesn't matter because there's like a handful of activities that you can do, but Halloween is so varied that it feels really bad to do it just through the time trials. But it's just genuinely the easiest thing, because you need a lot of points to get the skin that I ultimately want. and that's a Grim Machine chest. You need 200 points, so if one race awards 5, you can imagine how long it takes. And of course you can get, I think for some people it might be more effective to do the moving clock tower, because apparently that one actually awards 10 points. Speaking of which, and why I mentioned moving clock tower, why I specified that, is because well, what do you know, now that you clock I mean, when you click this, I'm interested in the clock tower. I
could outrun a centaur.
The dialogue changed and it gives you new options. So the lunatic boatmaster says, "The clock tower, good choice. You must be quick on your feet and able to jump. If you reach the top, you'll be rewarded. If you visit during maintenance, it'll be a little friendlier too." And you get this option of, "I'd like to check out the stop clock tower. Explorable." Actually, let me just quickly pop into Lion Sarge, because I do believe they reset the quest that sort of points you towards it. So everybody receives an email from Magister Tassi. Of course, Magister Tassi is a sort of a Halloween NPC that appears every time around this time of year, and she typically gives you quests. And this year there's a new one available, and it's very easy and a very simple thing, and it just genuinely points you to there. So okay, so unfortunately she doesn't give us the quest. Never mind. Basically she says, like, she spotted a new occurrence this Halloween. Something's off. You're supposed to go investigate. You go to the clock tower and you find, hold on, there should be a direct door. There it is. And you find out this explorable mode, which is genuinely, it's funny. Yeah, it's what it says on the tin. The clock tower is currently stopped for chronomatic maintenance. Or are you hoping to climb it while it's still? Let's go, I'm ready to climb. And yeah, it just gets you to the tower. And for those who are maybe clumsy, maybe, you know, have some mobility issues and stuff, this is a great way to experience it, because everything is the same basically here, without the dynamic terrain changing, and without the time pressure, and also without the small chests along the way. You can just explore this at your own leisure pace. And I think it's good. It is a surprising thing to add, and yeah, this being the only update to the Halloween event, again, makes one question, like, what the hell is the point of this? However, there's one interesting thing at the end of it, and a reason why we're climbing it on stream, which I will show you in a minute. Because once you get to the end, the rewards change as well a little bit, and you get an option to buy something that a lot of players have apparently been clamoring for, and I've been made aware of it perhaps like a year ago, not earlier. But yeah, you open the chest. Oh, you might not even need to climb the tower. No, yeah, it is here. So Craftsraven, Mysterious Craftsraven, and as you can see, he offers a couple of items. And I forgot to buy those items, but yeah, for the price of some black pigment, which we have, and candy corn cobs, which we also have, and I've been hoarding them forever, and it's good, it paid off this year. You can get these helmets. So all of these cute little skins with the paper bag on, including the sad one, which was apparently broken because it required a discontinued item. But yeah, if you're so inclined to have these, you can bring these pine nuts in bulk, cherries in bulk, all I believe karma items which you can buy at various points in Tyria. But that's not what we're here for, so we're not gonna buy it on stream. Just something I'm having my eye on, and I will definitely get this. By the way, you can loot the chest. No, that was okay. Bait and switch. Never mind. Although we very often do legendary journey on our mesmer, we are going to switch on the character we do a legendary journey with the second most, and it's going to be Lou. As you can see, I've been engaging in a bit of a costume thing going on for Halloween. This one is very lazy, but anyway, now we are going to do this on Revenant, and it's for a very specific reason. Not because we would have less of the map discovered, even though we do have some of Auric Basin already discovered, specifically all of the hero challenges, and I do have a contingency plan for that. No, don't worry. A couple of points of interest, but none of the vistas, none of the what are they called? Waypoints. Sorry. Well, some of the waypoints. Sorry, but none of the vistas. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the first run. The first one where we're sorry, I can't talk today. Great day to stream, right? The first run where we're gonna do some of these collections, which I forgot to mark. I might actually fix up right here. So just to showcase what we're gonna be trying to focus on. And I do hope yeah, good. I have the right overlay there. So yeah, we're gonna do some of the legendary weapons, namely Astralaria, so items for the precursor for the legendary axe from the second generation. That's our main motivation for why we're here. But yeah, that's pretty much it from the legendary weapons. As you know, most of the legendary weapons that we do are from generation 1, and those will typically not have their collection associated with an expansion map. So this is the first time we're actually doing an expansion map in Legendary Journey, and it will be only one of two, basically, unless we do like a special stream for Dragon Stand, I guess, or something. Or actually, we will be doing legendary streams for the Relic, which will probably have us explore some of the secrets of the obscure maps. But anyway, this is pretty much all that's planned for Heart of Thorns, this map, and the previous one, or the one we're currently standing in. And then we're gonna do a couple of other achievements, namely Illuminati's backplate, which is gonna give us a cosmetic item, and also, as you can see, an ascended item, which is quite exciting. We are missing a single item that needs to be collected. Now, a pack does include Magister's pack, which we don't need an item for, but I do believe we need one for Lightbringer's pack. Yeah. And then for Crusader's pack, those are all items that we can, well, not all of the items, but some of these items we can get in this map, in Auric Basin, I mean. Then we're gonna go for the machined weapons achievements. Now, I think we're gonna finish all of them. So I'm just gonna mark the machined axe, which is, symbolic for Astralaria. But I do believe we can get both of these items, and that's basically the common thing for all of the machine weapons. And last but not least, and I do believe it's just two that we need to collect, are the specialization collections. namely Glint's Bastion, so for the shield, and for Dark Harvest. We are gonna get some items for these, hopefully. I don't quite remember all of it, but I do think I have it written down somewhere. I have a shopping list, basically. It's fine. For Glint's Bastion, this is the reason why we're doing it on Revenant, because we need this Revenant's cache. And we've never completed Heart of Maguma map with a Revenant. So, yay! This is a bit less of a legendary journey, this stream, and more of a catch-up collection stream. But yeah. And that's pretty much it. Without further ado, I am going to probably explore a bit of the northern part of the map, and then as we move towards the south, I am going to roll into our standard Guild Wars 1 comparison type of dealio. And we're gonna brush off the new system that I have for that. I'm gonna show you a video I captured in Guild Wars 1 of the same or the overlapping map that is part of the first game. So we're gonna do that. So let's just start with the exploration.
Souls bound to armor who live in Tarir, the Forgotten City, which lies within a grand cenote constructed of gold. There, the Exalted await something they call Glint's legacy. And beyond the walls, their outposts stand watch, defending the city from the ever-advancing Mordrum.
So yeah, this is quite wild. They're introducing a completely new concept to this map, and for every Guild Wars 1 player. Really, the Tarir is something brand new, exciting, and really weird. Now, Heart of Thorns maps are, very often hailed as being very difficult to navigate. So we might struggle with finding a couple of these things. However, hopefully not so much. And yeah, a lot of this is just going to be dinging points of interest, basically, and not much more, because there are no renowned hearts. So that's a big change from our typical legendary journey exploration. We are not going to be doing any hearts along the way. So yeah, let's just enjoy the vistas, and not really much to talk about here, except for maybe, I don't know, memories of this map when it launched and shit. Also, the collections are a little monotone, I'll admit, because, well, it's all in a single place. Everything we need to collect, we will find pretty much centered around a single point in this map. So this is the other thing that is going to make this a little boring to do. However, you know, for that reason, there's not going to be a lot to talk about. Of course, we can theoretically participate in the meta if it was going on, but I would hope that most of you know this. Really, our goal here is not to present to you Auric Basin as it is and as it always has been, and in its Guild Wars 2 state. It's really just to focus on the adventures and focus on the collections and do the map completion. So I'm fine just flying around and doing stuff, especially because as we're gonna hit the southern point of this map, we are going to have the content be a little more exciting, hopefully. I can't really guarantee that. Don't know what you're tuning into Guild Wars 2 Streams 4. And as you can see, actually the meta is gonna go down very shortly. Yeah, we are here pretty much for the start of it. Now, because we need to get into Terraria, I guess we're gonna participate. So we're on the west. I don't quite remember what you do on the west, but yeah, basically the activities and the way you engage with the Octavine. Well, each path. There are 4 paths. Now, this meta is very cleverly made so that the map's population splits into 4 different groups, and it's not that taxing on the server. They did this kind of design in Heart of Thorns very, very frequently, and then in subsequent story maps, to an extent then in Path of Fire as well. However, kind of abandoned it eventually, and now it's all massive Zergs again. A lot of the times. Not a lot of splitting here. They did it in Season 1 actually a lot. That was a hallmark of Season 1 now, because Season 1, of course, in its original implementation is not part of the game. That's also not relevant anymore. However, you can see remnants of it, of course, when you do the Marionette, which has been re-implemented. This kind of map-wide splitting was very common, and also there were checks and balances, and we're gonna see that, where they're trying to like not only split the population but keep it split, so that they don't clump into one big Zerg eventually when they're done with their part of the map, right? So instead of rushing to help the other lanes, you need to stay in yours in case the other lanes would fail, because your boss restarts, and you have to do it over. You have to be ready for it. And you know, originally mounts weren't part of the game, so that made it more difficult to move from one entrance to the other as well. So yeah, a lot of this design is no longer relevant for the game, apparently. So just take it for the uniqueness it offers today, instead of for what it needs to be for the game. So yeah, just again, as I mentioned, just because we need to get into the city, I am going to I'm going to participate in the meta. Now we are approaching from the northwest, but yeah, it's pretty much the western part of the metas. I'm sorry, the maps, the cities, outer ring. Now again, each lane has a different, a wildly different mechanic, I would even say. Right here we're doing the mushroom thing, where we need to get to the Octavine and release our spores. We are incredibly vulnerable when we're mushrooms. In fact, as you can see, we are incredibly vulnerable even in our normal form. But that might be just genuinely a skill issue for me. However, that's why the community at large has adopted this going to the side of this place and bomb rushing it in this way. Now, because the lanes need to coordinate somewhat, you cannot just like... There used to be a much more precise timing, and the tactics were a lot more demanding of the player base. Nowadays, it's much different. This meta is, I would say, to an extent, a joke, really. So I don't know what to really say about this. Again, we didn't come here to like do the meta. It wasn't. I didn't even know whether we're gonna get around to it. But I guess we can talk about it while we're here. And we're gonna see whether we're gonna hit the window. Now, the Octavine doesn't resurrect to its full strength if you fail it and it respawns on you. And yeah, some of the lanes, you know, the window of opportunity for the attack on some lanes is much less. Again, and the idea behind you know, this lane specifically and most lanes is that you would be going through the center of the room, so you'd have some players who would guard like the mushrooms and make sure as much of them make it as possible. But yeah, as you can see, we got a minute to basically kill the Octavine. Now, fail the Octavine twice. In the olden days, it was fail the Octavine twice and you would be fucked. Really and properly fucked. And couldn't realistically finish this. Now, again, things are much different. And no coordination is really necessary. That's why we've been pretty much able to get inside and yeah, claim a lot of the rewards. Not all of the rewards, mind you, but as you can see, there is a sort of a tiered chest system based on your participation in the pre-events especially. And yeah, it's sad to an extent. There are a lot of events that precede this meta. However, they are no longer quite necessary for completion. Don't worry about this. This down state means nothing again. Everything's just brain dead here. Easy to do. I guess we're gonna loot the chests as well. And excuse me if I come off a little cynical and a little defeated about this, about the state of the game. But yeah, this it was a whole thing. This whole map was like a, you know, spend at least like 70 minutes here if you want to see the meta finished, basically. And that's no longer the case. It's a quick in and out, dip in, dip out, and yeah. So once you defeat the meta, you get the opportunity to loot all these chests that are all around the this part of the city. But it's not the only thing that it unlocks, and we're gonna see that in a moment.
The time is at hand for a reckoning.
God damn it, the game is so loud, isn't it? I don't know how it sounds on the stream. It feels like I've
Look at this.
again, a lot of just the skill effects are so loud, so overblown. So just to finish the thought I had a little earlier, the whole map was structured around like doing this meta, and it was partly because you wanted to be in like one of the first few maps that are being spun up. Once you didn't get your place in the map before the meta started, it was basically game over for you. In most instances, you would really want to be here early just to get a spot. in the most active maps, because those had the commanders. Those, you know, were populated enough to pull it all off. I think we're gonna fill up our inventory. Okay, we have inventory space. It's fine. And that was a factor, but the other factor was really the success to a large extent depended also on your preparation in the early stage of the meta. I mean, before even the meta started itself, all of the additional events around the map really greatly influenced your later success. And it's very common for all of Heart of Thorns maps to do this kind of thing. However, through iterative design, this has been removed from the later maps. But also, is there another chest? Is there a chest in... No, someone put a fucking... Oh no, an aviator box inside it. Do I not have post-processing on? That's bullshit, isn't it? I always have post-processing on. Where would I even look for it? Objective... Oh, sorry, we're not in graphics. Post-processing high. Yeah. For some reason we're not getting... Okay, there it is. I see the filter now. So yeah, let's we're gonna have to deal with this for a while. Hopefully it wears off in a few minutes. Don't know how long this lasts, but I hope it doesn't, especially like the effect on our character and stuff too. By the way, I did forget gathering tools, which may have been a mistake. But yeah, anyway, now that we're in the city, Jesus Christ, stop with the filter, man. Stop with it all. Can I get rid of the transformation? Can I get you know, some other transformation to cancel it out? This is not a transformation, is it? This is just a very subtle effect. What about Archoya Pinata? No, that doesn't work. I don't know, login on and off would definitely help. However, I am kind of concerned it would return me into a copy of the map. That didn't finish this meta, and we'd get kicked out of here. And I genuinely need to be down in the city, and then I guess we'd have to wait for a cooldown or something. How can I get rid? There's got to be a way to get rid of this transformation now. Holy shit! Help me! God damn it! We've ruined the stream and what I have planned for it, man. Anyway, you need keys. The one thing is that still might keep the pre-events alive and well is that you do need these exalted keys, and the pre-events are one of the ways to get those. So what can we do here? Well, of course there's this like sort of central chamber. Now this pathway leads to the Auric chamber, the exalted portal to inner chamber, and here is not only a... Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with the filter for at least a while. And this inner chamber, except for, you know, housing Auric's egg, also contains a vista, but not only a vista, but much higher, the end to a jumping puzzle. Now this jumping puzzle is connected to the adventure that you may have seen, the NPC giving that out, or the icon. Yeah, there is a whole ass adventure that has a sort of a race vibe to it, but it's really a sort of a skill based thing. Okay, we're not gonna get rid of it until we log out or log back in, right? Just gonna quickly wiki it in case Wikipedia has transformed. Can we find it by this is an effect that transforms the player character's model, blah blah blah. During some transformation you will receive costume brawl. Aviator glasses. I mean, aviator's memory box. So this was an April Fool's event. One time, everybody got this filter. Everybody got this T-pose, and it's funny. Of course, I don't hate it. It's a cool novelty that has been added to the game. However, again, our stream is about something a little different. So we're playing every one. Cameras use sepia while defeated unique music is played. Yeah, we can get defeated, I guess. And the effect can be removed by interacting with the box again, by changing zones or by logging out. Okay, we should find the fucking box. I hope it's still there. Anyway, so this is called the trial rooms, and it's good they call it that because we genuinely need to finish a trial here of sorts. I hope the box doesn't despawn sooner before we can get rid of this effect. And hey, we got caught. We got by someone. Someone tricked us into picking this up. I have to congratulate them for baiting us into this. Where was it? Was it this room? It was underneath a different chest, wasn't it? This one? May have been this one. I think it was this one. But I see no box here anymore. I think the box may have despawned. Okay, we'll log out and log back in, I guess. And hope we're still in here. Hope we're not in a map that still waits for the Octovine to be finished. No, it's cool. And the room's still looted. Anyway, so now we have to find an entrance to one of the trials they have spoken of, and that's the Fallen Masks adventure. Now, we are going to do an adventure for one of the collections. Adventures, again, they have been introduced in Heart of Thorns, actually. They're all over the place now, but the adventures in HOT are special, I would say. I would definitely consider these the most unique. Now, do I remember how to get to Fallen Masks? Not quite. I have to apologize for that if I'm gonna be running like a headless chicken around for a little while, because the entrance might not genuinely or might genuinely not be here even. We might need to get a little higher. So yeah, this is the way to the central chamber. So we might need to get there from... Oh yeah, I think I remember, from the city itself. So, okay, while we're down here, we're just gonna hit the collections. because the collections are genuinely like located all within a single room here, basically. All of the ones we need at the very least. So, yeah, it is an unfortunate reality of it, but I don't know about. Perhaps the device is somewhere different. So it's by reaching. No. Oh, this is the. Of course, this is the adventure. So yeah, this frog stays, not quite the cool swimming animation, but we do need to speak with you now. For New Hawk guy, we need to buy the Vigil Honing Crystal, apparently. We've never bought the Mini New Hawk. I don't know, is there another way to get these guys? Likely not. They are quite expensive, but... Okay, I'm interested. Gimme. 5G for a miniature. And this is also a novelty we can buy. Okay, I'm tempted, but I don't really give a shit. So, there you go. It's probably gonna be a different tab then, isn't it? Please later, but I will. So, yeah, we do need this Vigil Honing Crystal. Yeah. Not only that, so this will progress our Crusaders pack. But also Leyline X core, shortboard core, and I don't know which cores exactly. I know we need at least the X core, and they do disappear once you collect them, so it should be safe to buy all of them. Now, they're quite expensive and require quite a bit of Leyline crystals. Luckily, through some goddamn miracle, we do have plenty of those, so we should be fine here, right? Unless we bought the miniature and genuinely screwed this up. But no, the matte checks out. So yeah, but this will eat into our piles quite significantly. However, we have progressed every machined weapon. Now, what do we do about these cores? Well, I guess we sell them right the fuck back to the very same NPC, because they do only have value as part of a collection, so we get at least some of our money back. And apart from that, that's it. That's it for this NPC. So I guess we might as well buy the tonic. Even again, though again it's quite expensive. We can add it to the wardrobe and not have to worry about it clogging up our space. Because there's genuinely not much else that we would be interested with this NPC for, well, at least a little while. So that's the Nuhawk vendor.
Wow.
Then there's the
that's
Itzel
quality
vendor.
armor. Thanks.
Are they selling armor? Are they armor sellers? Hey, can you sell me your armor? Oh yeah. They are genuinely fucking armor sellers. They're in cahoots. So yeah, once again, these novelties and miniatures I've got locked. I mean, I wouldn't even have known. But there you go. It's quite interesting, quite curious. Anyway, with the Itzel vendor, and I'm sorry I'm just looking off into the distance like this, we will need the book about the funerary customs. That's for the Dark Harvest. We will need defense strategy book and their guide to waterproofing. Now this one is quite pricey, but we do need this indeed. And the Vigil Maintenance Oil as well. That's all for collections. Now, all progressed. None of them finished just yet. But yeah, that's basically it at the Itzel vendor. So I guess we might as well buy the miniature and the Beetle Tonic. Again, I did not expect I will be picking these up as well, but it does expand on our account unlocks, which is always nice. And then last but not least, we will need the Exalted Vendor, which I'm not quite sure where to find. Apparently it's not in the same room, but should be down here. Okay, yeah, so that one is on the waypoint. So that's pretty much it from these lower levels of the city, I guess. And yeah, a big golden shiny city. Now, an important part about this thing, this has been built between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2, from what I understand. Maybe it has been built earlier. However, you don't get it in any way, shape, or form in Guild Wars 1. So whatever we're discovering here, it's just like seriously not. I think we've already got this, especially like it didn't cost us shit, so I would have picked this up earlier. I don't interact with it, mind you, in my home instance at any time, because you do need the.
I was hoping to find more signs of the druids who once inhabited the jungle.
Yeah, right. Good luck. Anyway, Vigil Backplate. That completes our Crusaders pack, and therefore we're gonna get an exotic back piece, which is account bound, and it's immediately gonna unlock another collection. Fuck, and we have to go right back to the other vendors to buy the guide to waterproofing. Oh, and kill the tarnished traitor again. I completely forgot about this point. New Hawk proving. Right, okay, that's fine. Alright, so that's a new collection. I guess we're gonna step down again. And an Auric back shielding, which does open the Illuminati's backplate, which is an ascended level, ascended quality back piece. And it looks like this. And after all these years, I finally unlocked it. Okay. And apart from that, of course, these items, these shieldings. Luckily, we've got more than enough Aurelium.
Score one for me.
So we can finish these quite comfortably. I'm just now thinking about the currencies, and I do believe we need them for legendaries, don't we? For future legendaries? Oh shit, we do. We do need a bit of the currency, and we've just ate through our stockpiles. Fuck, I need 4,000 of each. So that's not the Laneland crystals. There's no problem with the dust or whatever it's called, but the airship parts, that's gonna stink too, man. We will have to re-earn this,
Not very satisfying.
which is gonna be difficult because, well. Anyway, this does finish or puts us much closer to finishing the machine weapons collections. I thought we were gonna ding all of them, but apparently we're still missing some items. Oh yeah, we will have to do Dragon's Stand as well. Well, anyway, yeah, we've made it a bit harder to on ourselves in our legendary journey for the future. Hopefully we can get these currencies back in a reasonable time. However, it will mean replaying these maps, I guess. But that's neither here nor there for the moment.
I'll be seeing you.
let's not worry about it. We will jump back to progress the collection for the back piece, actually. Even if, again, that requires the very same currency. Man, I'm such a stupid fuck. I will have to do a little edit to my records here. So that's airship parts. They are no longer enough. The same is with, well, not lumps of orilium, those are fine, but leyline crystals also are gone. And knowledge crystals, those are a dungeon currency, aren't they? Okay, so just these two currencies. We've again, we've just made our job here a little harder. Not to worry, this is the legendary journey after all. If you want to be worth your legend, I guess you need to do some work for it. I guess it shouldn't come free to you, as it has been coming for me for at least a little while, or it felt like it. Anyway, so we've been streaming for an hour and haven't progressed too much. Where's your waterproofing thingy? That wasn't you? Good shit. You in the tab, okay. I'm confused by some of these items, really. Personal airship cargo voucher. Do I have this? I must have unlocked it, right? Okay, anyway. It was this guy that had the waterproofing, didn't they? Yeah. It costs 1,000. Okay, great, brilliant, whatever. I'll collect it for the sake of having it. Right, we've just done that. We can kill the tarnished trade. Well, we're actually gonna be killing the tarnished traders shortly. Anyway, we're gonna worry about this collection later. Let's move on for the important stuff, and that's okay. So we're just gonna also stop watching this Dark Harvest. We've pretty much done everything we can. This is Dragon Stand. Machined weapon, we're waiting of course for Dragon Stand as well. Glenn's Bastion, we might finish this on stream, but no, we would need to do Dragon Stand, so we're not gonna do that. And of course this thing no longer necessary. What is necessary is to find the goddamn adventure, and also the points of interest. I should probably aim for those while we're still on the map, which by the way we can definitely spin up a new instance now. No worries about not getting back into the lower parts of the city, even though they are most definitely going to be unlocked here, right? The events are going on, those in the top right corner. Now of course exploration of this stuff around the city would have been much harder. Now apparently this point of interest is below us, and again, pardon me if I don't remember quite well how to get to a lot of these places. It's been a while, of course, since I actively played this map. So this is the North Gate, which is all kinds of cute.
How far is that drop?
It looks far.
Oh yeah, and our first real introduction to verticality in this game, really. I mean, Verdun had a little bit of it. However, it was a lot of bottomless pits, basically, a lot of death pits in that map. And then, of course, you had the way higher points in the sky. However, they felt kind of disconnected. This is our first real taste of verticality in Guild Wars 2, and it's magnificent. Like, you cannot imagine how satisfying this was when the expansion released. It felt like a whole ass different game back then, and I don't think they ArenaNet has ever. I mean, perhaps with the exception of mounts, which also changed the game's flow significantly. I don't think they ever introduced anything as significantly different into Guild Wars 2 as with Heart of Torrents as a whole. And I think to some extent, this expansion might be the very, very best they have released, and they will never top it. I don't think that's a controversial statement. Anyway, here's your adventure, and it's the masks. Now, I don't know whether we need to do the gold or something here. I don't know how well we need to fare in this adventure. This adventure is not easy. Even after they nerfed it, it's still one of the toughest adventures that you can do in this game to this period. So, yeah, what you need to do is calm these masks along in this room. Now, one thing is remembering their location. Now, I'm sure with, modern technology such as, I don't know, overlays, graphic overlays, you can trivialize it to an extent. However, we're not going to do it with an overlay, at least not for a little while. We are going to try vanilla. Oh yeah, I remember. So the masks are not all over the goddamn place. They have a very specific pattern in which they spawn, basically. So it's not about remembering their position, more like their order, right? That's the thing. Of course, you need to remember their position in order to find the next one in the order. By the way, can we use mounts here? No, we are unable to mount. For some reason, it doesn't show the icon, but it does make sense. So yeah, you're on a time limit, and you're trying to hit as many masks as possible in this ever-changing pattern of map or mask order. Gliding is allowed, of course, and that's not cheating. Gliding has been introduced in this expansion and has been always a part of this adventure. No shame in using that. However, it doesn't do you very much good, because finding the next mask and getting to it in time can be tricky. It can be tricky. With some practice, you're gonna get it eventually, but getting gold, of course, I'm saying it's one of the hardest adventures. No adventure is hard if you're going just for a single chest for bronze. If you're fine with just like finishing the adventure, I don't think there's an adventure in the game that would be too difficult for that. Maybe with the exception of like the griffin riding adventures. Those are sometimes quite challenging, even for the bronze difficulty, considering that every mistake can send you plummeting towards somewhere you didn't want to be at all, and it stops you in your tracks. Let's see if we can get silver here. I think bronze will be enough for the collection, but maybe ArenaNets are sadist and try to get you at least to bronze. I see another howling mask over there. And yeah, I think the step up from this, to gold all of a sudden you're asked to do 10 more masks. It's a lot. So we've hit silver, which is fine. Lifetime, I do wonder. Our fastest time is 3:18. I mean, for 25 masks, yeah, we did it in 3:18. With some leeway. I mean, 3:45 is the maximum time you're gonna get here. So hitting the 25 mask in 3:18 made us be kind of cool there. But yeah, you get it from the bronze already, so that pushes Australaria much closer to completion. And opening the silver chest doesn't really yield anything different. However, we did finish the adventure. We did finish the point of interest. Now, I'm gonna take a breather here. Get out of this room. And before we start exploring, or maybe we might explore the city a bit more. Again, not a lot of overlap with Guild Wars 1. Sorry, so sorry. So, no need to talk about Guild Wars 1 at this point. Especially, like, even if it did overlap with Guild Wars 1 map, there would be nothing in Guild Wars 2 that would suggest there is going to be a future city, or that there is a city somewhere underground. No. We are genuinely left to our own devices here. Damn. I kind of messed up the rotation there. Anyway, as I mentioned, no mounts when this was released, so we're kind of doing a map break here by trying to get this point of interest by flying up to it with a sky scale. It is a bit of a hack. As you can see, it's not a very reliable method. We can try to wait for oh damn, to latch on, but should really find a horizontal surface. This one, nope. This one has collision inside it. Inside it again. It makes sense because I guess they wouldn't really expect anybody to be here when they release this map, and of course they wouldn't go back to change this. You could theoretically get here with a glider, but I don't know who would be aiming for the little hole in the middle of the architecture here. Ugh. Are we above or beyond the point of interest? I do believe we might be above now. And we might need to find a different way anyway. No, we might be on the same level. However, we might need to use the door like a normal person and not try to break in with a goddamn flying beast, right? So we got a bit of a bond of vigor going on. Didn't have to waste the dodge potential there. But yeah, there's genuinely no way to the point of interest unless it's above us. No, it's on this level. We genuinely need to go through here, where there is a mastery point, by the way. But yeah, there's gotta be a way from the ground here. And that's Luminati's throne. So yeah, Luminates or Luminatis, as I called them, probably incorrectly. But yeah, pretty much the a word in some way. And I'm really sorry. I'm blinking out on a lot of this lore. Again, it's been quite a while, and it has been invented for Guild Wars 2 specifically. But it has to do with the Exalted. Now, the Exalted are constructs. I'm sorry again. Created. Sorry for not putting my hand in front of my mouth. They have been constructs created by Glint, the dragon Glint. They are very similar to the Mersat, and in fact, there's been a lot of speculation before the expansion has been released, whether they might not be a Guild Wars 2 redesign of the Mersat, but no, they're a completely separate faction. We are walking through the south gate now. While we're doing that, I want to redirect our attention elsewhere. That's to that Shaman's Historical Guide to Tyria. Now, I've been talking about how there's not a lot of overlap. In fact, as I can see now, there's massive overlap with Guild Wars 1 map. So, again, for those of you who might not be aware, that Shaman's Historical Guide to Tyria is a website that's been created by one of the fans who's been brilliant at extracting, well, one of the best content creators around Guild Wars 2, even though they are not doing specifically videos and stuff. They are doing handy things like this. This is the overlaid Guild Wars 2 map with Guild Wars 1 outlines of GW1 maps. And yeah, as you can see, all of Auric Basin is basically, all of Tarir, the hidden city, is overlapped with Guild Wars 1 map. However, as we're moving into the southern part, we are going to move more into like the explorable territory, and something that just specifically relates to Guild Wars 2, to Guild Wars 1, I'm sorry. I think we're gonna do the thing where I did want to, okay, so I'm just going to show you. This is my own overlay. And when I move the slider, you will see it changing into Guild Wars 1 map. And as you can see, all there are structures and very clear geometrical shapes and, nothing that would suggest a jungle. As soon as we overlay the Guild Wars 1 map, there's nothing. It's just basically terrain, and it's terrain everywhere. There's a bit of a shift in lighting here. However, there's basically not a man-made structure here at all. We are going to see some. However, yeah, this is how it changed, how the terrain changed in the meantime. And if you'll excuse me, I'll take this off screen for a while and use it as a sort of a guide for our further exploration. So as we're going to explore, I guess what we're going to do this time, we're going to follow the footsteps of our Guild Wars 1 predecessor. So we're going to take us back in time 250 years ago. In order to do that, I will have to start at the very same place that we start in Guild Wars 1 when I started in Guild Wars 1 with the exploration, and move to the very southern part of this of the map. Now I could have started there theoretically. There is a connection to Tangled Depths, and we could have used the portal from Tangled Depths, in fact, to get into this map. However, typically your average player will get here from the north. And it's, been my motto in all of these exploration series, is to sort of, or my modus operandi, I would say, is to start at the same place where most players would start when they would discover this map for the first time. So that's been the motivation. Now Chag Hollow already reminding us that this leads into a different map. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw up the overlay here for a little while more. As you can see, the maps otherwise overlap quite nicely. There's a bit of a space here that's not part of Guild Wars 2 anymore. Sorry for the advert here. So a bit of the map is not relevant for our exploration. In fact, not even in Tangled Depths, as you can see. Tangled Depths pretty much starts here and doesn't overlap with the Falls, as the Guild Wars 1 map is called. However, the Falls is an interesting map, to be sure. And again, I'm just gonna take it off screen. Is it night? Yeah, it's night. We're gonna do a little bit of a nighttime exploration. Hopefully, it won't bother us too much. It might bother me actually, because I'm pretty sure the Guild Wars 1 map is all daytime. Just gonna quickly check. Yeah, the night just started. There's nothing we can do about that, I guess, except for, of course, explore other bits of the map, unfortunately. So the comparison is going to be somewhat ruined. Anyway, and excuse my setup, I might be having a hard time switching from one thing to the other. But yeah, this is where we at currently. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. I might wanna not do full screen, but just stretch it like this, I guess. Throw it into the middle of the screen. That way we can ensure. Okay, stop annoying me.
Protected.
Not a lot of combat in Guild Wars 2 that hopefully we won't expect.
Lieutenant,
we'll
take the field.
Well, later when we're doing the hero challenges. But anyway, and we might actually do one hero challenge on this character. Let me just see what it looks like in there's a bit of a dark screen in the bottom here. I guess that's caused by not being full screen. Okay, no, this kind of works. Well, does it? If I do... Oh yeah, it works, I guess. I mean, but as soon as I play the video... Oh no! Kind of works, although I don't see what's happening. Perhaps I can, if I do this, and then this. So yeah, you're already seeing footage from Guild Wars 1, and this is pretty much where we start. So what you're watching in Guild Wars 1 is pretty much what you're watching in Guild Wars 2 here. And let me just make sure I'm not... Yeah. What you're watching in Guild Wars 2 is pretty much the same scenery. In Guild Wars 2 is pretty much the same zone. So this is the comparison. Now,
Ash Legion,
of course, Guild Wars 2 has the big advantage of being a later map, but I think like it's quite the beautiful thing that happened here with the night miraculously, even though I was complaining about it. Anyway, we're looking southwards now in Guild Wars 1 footage, and this is where a collector is, and pretty much not much else, but there is a sort of a druid presence, and instead of that in Guild Wars 2 we are getting a sort of a hero challenge. Now it's chalk, that's it. There's just a chalk here. I will activate it, even though we're not gonna even finish it, because it is a champion and it is a group event. A lot of the hero challenges in this expansion But yeah, it's not related to
I feel energized.
to Guild Wars 1 in any way, shape, or form. Where there was a druid, and you could have seen that in the footage there. There is now. I'm sorry. Okay, this is kind of disconcerting. I cannot see my OBS. Anyway, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of these pauses, and let me figure out how I wanna stream this. So let me pause this. So yeah, that's pretty much the same locations. I'm gonna switch over to the Guild Wars 2 overlay again.
Lieutenant, take the
Just the Guild Wars 2. And we're gonna continue on. Because there will not be a lot happening in Guild Wars 1 for a while. Now, again, let me just get into safety here by the waypoint. I guess is going to be the safest place, especially if we get into elevation where pathfinding can get us. Let me think about how to best, because I have notes, right? I have notes for this. I guess we could open those on a phone. Would that work? Let's see. Still gonna be the problem of like tracking the time there, but where was I? Okay, let's see. Just gonna put it into a different mode so that the screen doesn't go dark so very often. I'm gonna put it like this here. This might work. This might just work. We'll see. So anyway, the notes are not all that necessary. Alright, let's switch to the Legendary Journey split. It's kind of fun. Anyway, let me find the map again. Okay, kind of cool. Alright, so unfortunately I don't see the minutes. That's an issue. That's an issue. Didn't I have it in like a box before? Did I have it full screen? I must not have had it full screen now. I would have had it in like a square thing. No, not in X-Sub. Okay, let's put it into full screen, I guess, and do the minutes like this. I guess we don't really. Well, I still need to see the. Hold on. What if I? Sorry, bit of a technical difficulties. I don't care about this, but I do care about this. So what if I do this? God damn it, well, why am I being attacked again? Because I moved. Who did I even say glad to see you too? Cool. Last but not least, let's throw this thing up here. And I guess we're gonna play like this. We're gonna have to alt tab a lot. But that's life, I guess. Where's this? Where's the... oh, there we go. Okay. Is it working? Don't really know. We're all tabbing between this and this. I do need to be careful that I want to be alt tabbing. Anyway, our next stop in Guild Wars 1, really. And okay, this makes it kind of hard to see. Yeah, the next time we're gonna view some vistas, it is gonna be much later. So I'm just gonna try to catch up. Basically, what you've seen me do in Guild Wars 1 was walk this bit, this stretch. Now there are some interesting points of interest in here. However, this is pretty much, again, very Guild Wars 2 specific stuff. Thornwatch, and there's a pylon hidden behind this that you can access via...
There are 2 more saplings in this area we must destroy. Onward.
Via the events that are going on in here. I'm just gonna hit the point of interest here as well. Now a bit of a village that's currently invaded by the Mordrum, I see. Poor Nuhawk. It's Jawatli grounds, okay. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, we're pretty much on the next point, which is a branch over a path. When we tap into Guild Wars 2, we're pretty much in, and let me see here, we're pretty much in, yeah, that's pretty much over where the pylon is, basically, pretty much where we are. So this branch right above us, basically, as you can see here, this would have been probably it. This is pretty much a close analog. We are standing in the same place now. And yeah, it's funny how the Guild Wars 2 developers did. Now, yeah, what we can see here, what I highlighted basically in Guild Wars 1 now, was a bit of a... And there's no branch above us anymore, but that doesn't matter. What I did want to showcase a lot was basically in Guild Wars 1, you would have had a lot of like overlapping, or well, it didn't happen often that the terrain would overlap, but basically Guild Wars 1 was very much 2.5D in terms of like movement and stuff. So when you had 2 paths overlap, genuinely enemies that were below you could block your movement. They would have this kind of Doom-like quality to them where they had infinite height. We are moving elsewhere from our Guild Wars 1 counterpart. We are moving more eastward. I'm sorry, westward.
Protected.
Because I'm trying to uncover and unfog some of these areas. However, we will get to the same point briefly. There's nothing. We cannot penetrate the wall. We got killed too. Yeah, the jungle is that can be quite merciless. We need to be a little more careful, which is not very good when we're dealing with. Anyway, you can use this mark, and there's going to be this thing, this part, and we're coming up to it very shortly in Guild Wars 1. And you can see glimpses of it already. Now, this is pretty much the comparison. Yeah. Once we defeat the trolls in the scale, what you will see, and let me just quickly check OBS whether we're streaming what we want to be streaming. Yeah, you're seeing it very nicely. I'm just gonna wait for it. Just turn your fucking camera, whatever you're doing. Why am I staring into, trying to flag my enemies, I guess? I'm sorry, my allies in Guild Wars 1 right now, or I'm checking something. Oh, I'm making notes, right? I would have been making notes. But yeah, Balthazar Temple. Check it out. In a minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, and I'm turning off the overlay. But yeah, this is it. This is where we are with this thing. And once we move over, so you can see the shattered walls here. They pretty much nailed the entrance here. Even like this little bit that's protruding from the ground. It's really fucking cool, right? Really good. Really nice. And yeah, you walk up to it and get a statue. And the cavern looks very similar. Now, I'll be honest with you, whenever I think of the Falls, which is the Guild Wars 1 name of the map, now you can read through the statue of Balthazar. There's a little poem connected to it and stuff. We don't get much of this. But yeah, there's a hero challenge we're going to do later. Now, there's a dynamic event that spawns here, and sometimes you got to really work for this challenge. But as you can see, when you knelt in Guild Wars 1 at these places of power, you would have summoned NPCs. None of that happens in Guild Wars 2, unfortunately. But yeah, this area has been recreated quite well, quite lovingly. I love the leaf effect that they did here, like the jungle's taken over really in here. It's just so amazing. And yeah, whenever I think of the Falls, that's pretty much all I can remember from that map. Like, it is a map of a single vista, a single point of interest. It's such a end of the world type of deal. It really is the very last map, or the westernmost point in all of Tyria. And I guess it's the same for Guild Wars 2, really. Well, or has been till this point. Now we have Secrets of the Obscura now. That's kind of taken over that. But yeah. So you can see these overlays, I mean, this overlap is not neglected by the Guild Wars 1, I'm sorry, by the Guild Wars 2 creators at all. We're moving a little more northwards in Guild Wars 1 at the moment. So I'm just gonna try to keep it to the points of interest. Now, I don't know whether I've marked ahead of time. Now, I don't know whether I can hit this point of interest without doing the event here. It should be possible, shouldn't it? Maybe it's just this way. Oh yeah, it's a different way around. But there you go. Now, as you can see, jungle trolls are a part of this map, still, as they've been in Guild Wars 1. You can see a lot of variety, the enemy variety in Guild Wars 1 that are part of this map. So some of that has been carried over to Guild Wars 2. Now, what minute are we at? Minute 12. That's fine. Just gonna quickly switch to the overlay. Where did we stop? What the next point? If we can cannot be harassed for a little while. I know it's hard for you to fucking do. This is the annoying part about having a persistent world.
Not enough energy.
But I'm trying to like compare the two maps. Where are we in Guild Wars 2 compared to Guild Wars 1? It's the winding path. Okay, I think we're a little more east than we want to be. Different scales. Oh, this is the same NPC's been fucking following me. Damn. Leave me the fuck alone. Well, anyway, as you can see in Guild Wars 1, we're moving past another collector. And we have found an encampment. Now, this is a white mantle caravan type of thing. In Guild Wars 2, we're pretty much around this location. There are some airship parts, but that's pretty much it. Of course, and there's a little camp. I don't know whether that might be a nod towards this little caravan. I kind of doubt it. I think it's more of a coincidence. But you know, you never know. They might be cheeky. But yeah, a white mantle labeled caravan. And again, we're pretty much in this specific place. And yeah, what we're doing is moving towards a sort of a dead end with the boss. Or have we passed that already? I don't know what minute we're at. It's 14. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be a dead end that we walk into, and the equivalent in Guild Wars 2 map would be pretty much this spot right here, where it goes towards like a wall. So not much there to dissect. However, it does overlap with the point of interest we've just been at, and there is the jungle troll boss, as you can see, and we have been in a point of interest where they did get a veteran jungle troll as well, so might be a genuine nod to Guild Wars 1 as well, for those of you who are paying attention to these kind of things, which is kind of cool. I'm just gonna quickly check when our next stop is gonna be. So that's stop number 6. Oh yeah, and I was talking about collision issues. In Guild Wars 1, we're gonna come to a place where that's very pronounced in a short minute. And I think I stop there and linger a little bit. Now we can use the updraft with the sky scale. That's new. Another adventure. Again, these adventures are quite challenging, quite nice, very unique to Heart of Thorns experience. And yeah, I am confused again where to go exactly. This is where the path leads. So yeah, we're kind of desynced here with Guild Wars 1. Don't worry about it. We're gonna catch up briefly. A bit of a waterfall thing going in here. Can pick up the chest even though we don't need it for anything. I'm just gonna quickly check whether we haven't missed any points of interest or anything. No, it's quite weird not having to check off renowned hearts, am I right? Anyway, we can fly up with the sky scale now. The verticality that this used to have luckily means we do get a bit of a less issues with or fewer issues with invisible walls, although we did hit one just there. So we're gonna have to find another way around, even though we have discovered a thing called the falls, which is a direct nod to Guild Wars 1 map. Anyway, there's the tree branch that you can walk over, and again, I'm doing you a little vista in Guild Wars 1. I could copy it in Guild Wars 2, but that's pretty much where the fungus among us is, or somewhere about that place. Actually, it's more towards, what is it? No, it's more towards the Southwatch Creep actually. So it would be this area. This is pretty much where we at in Guild Wars 1, and we're moving northwards across the tree branch, and towards the southern rear gate. And we're gonna loop down a bit. Now I'm gonna skip ahead, I guess, because in Guild Wars 1 movement is very slow compared to our Skyscale cushy movement, but we do have a point of interest to discover there. But yeah, this is pretty much the stretch of land that we're traversing in Guild Wars 1, so around here, pretty much. Also, we've done Australaria, we no longer need to track it. And yeah, movement is slow, as you can see. We do need to fight basically every NPC that we encounter, so I'm just gonna linger, I guess, with Guild Wars 2 as well. We are coming on an interesting vista though, which is gonna be quite far. However, I am interested because I haven't done the comparison to Guild Wars 2 maps myself, really. The most I've done was kind of remember, but I haven't been in Guild Wars 2 to copy the path that I've done in Guild Wars 1, so it might be a bit of a surprise to all of us once we finally hit it, but we're coming up on it shortly, in a minute it seems. Yeah. So we're basically moving through this path and going down here, if I'm not mistaken. I might actually mark it on my Guild Wars 2 map. Yep. So this is an area called the Moss Heart Walk, which is where we're coming up in Guild Wars 1 right about now. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of a slope up. And yeah, towards the left side, you can see like a little pods. Now these pods, they're interesting because, of course, nothing like Mordremoth existed in any concrete terms around the time they put it into Guild Wars 1. The Elder Dragon's story has genuinely been fleshed out in Eye of the North, or around the Eye of the North time. So this is not in any way a reference to Guild Wars 2's blighting pots or anything. But yeah, this is pretty much the area. Now we can see there's a crashed airship again in Guild Wars 2, and no signs of these pods. But yeah, this is not a direct pot. I'm sorry, not a direct nod to Mordremoth in any way, shape, or form. This is just some interesting stuff and decoration that they used. However, can be found sporadically through the jungle. It was never explained, or to my knowledge, never explained in Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1 had a lot of this stuff where they just like had interesting stuff in the environment that's never been properly explained. Now Guild Wars 2 had a bit of it, does have a bit of it too, but mostly a lot of this stuff is contextualized. Like in Guild Wars 1, it would happen that you would walk onto a pylon like this, and I'm pointing towards the Guild Wars 2 screen now. You would walk up to a pylon like this, and there would be no explanation like what the fuck is happening, right? Where did it come from? Why is there a bridge that's made of floating stairs, right? Guild Wars 1 was ripe with these terrain decorations that just had no goddamn explanation anywhere in the game, especially around the time of Prophecies. Prophecies was littered with this. Guild Wars 2 doesn't do much of this, but there are, a couple of these things here and there where you genuinely don't know what it relates to and how did it come to be. I remember one point specifically in the desert, which has now kind of been explained by the newest expansion, but I guess we can leave that for the expansion anyway. A cute little circular cute little circular zone in Guild Wars 1 that is kind of circular in Guild Wars 2 as well, as you can see here. So again, an interesting looking building, very alien-like in Guild Wars 1, as you can see. It's just like never explained what the fuck this is, who it belongs to, who made this. Is it druidic in nature? It looks very alien, doesn't it? No remnants of it in Guild Wars 2, as you can see. It's pretty much where we are still in this area, and there's nothing like this remaining into Guild Wars 2. So again, just very, feels very random what they did here. However, we're gonna move away from this place in a little while, and we're gonna run into a zone that is gonna look quite familiar in Guild Wars 2 as well. So we are moving slightly north now. It's pretty much this path right here. There's a bit of a inconsistency in the terrain here, where we do need to make a couple of jumps, where we didn't have to do that in Guild Wars 1 at all. There was a solid ground, but this is pretty much the same path we're crossing. And yeah, we're coming up onto this lake area. Now again, I'm flagging my allies to not ruin the shots. But yeah, this is very much the same area we're looking at. Now bristlebacks are trying to make my life miserable and make my shots terrible. Thank you. Yeah. You're helping with the creation of this episode. But yeah, as you can see, waterfalls and an area in Guild Wars 2 called the Weeping Glade, which in Guild Wars 1 was just a bit of a terrain in the furthermost region of the Maguma jungle there. Now, as you can see, I've walked into, well, you cannot see actually, but I did get a Fount of Maguma effect here. Now, in Guild Wars 2, we don't get no such thing, or do we? No, that's just something else. But yeah, as soon as you walked into these waters, they had a healing property. So yeah, nothing like that going on in Guild Wars 2. The enemies are different. As you can see, there were some floating enemies in Guild Wars 1. These sort of riders, the wind riders or whatever they are. However, in Guild Wars 2, there is a purified Maguma spring. This purified spring prolongs the effects of Maguma Guardian for those who enter its waters. So yeah, I guess we did get a bit of an effect. I don't know how we got it, but yeah, that's another callback, I guess. Another callback to Guild Wars 1. And yeah, nice open area, as you can see in Guild Wars 1 as well. Again, no wind riders or anything like. It's bristleback, no. Bristlebacks, no. Sorry, bristlebacks. Let's recenter ourselves and perhaps skip ahead in Guild Wars 1 because there's not going to be a lot of interesting going northwards, but and there are only a couple of points left in Guild Wars 1, so we might stick along with this journey, although we might fast forward this a little bit. I don't know, can we do a faster playback speed? Playback rate, yeah. Let's do a 2 times playback speed. And we're going north, so this is pretty much the path we follow. Again, across some branch, very randomly so. No branch in Guild Wars 2, which is understandable. Branches can fall, decay, and and stuff and just generally disappear. However, we are very shortly moving westwards, and we would copy pretty much this path. Now this is where we fight another behemoth, and the most annoying enemies of Guild Wars 1. Those are the pods, the life pods that are just healers, and they spawn around these behemoths in big groups. So they heal each other and shit, and it's quite hard to get rid of them. Okay, they might not be the most annoying, but they are very annoying nonetheless. And yeah, this is where our path is going to diverge a little bit. In Guild Wars 2, I'm sorry, in Guild Wars 1, really where we're starting to come up to, or where another stop where we're going to look at another of those aliens' plans. This is pretty much Tarir. This is pretty much this wall, at least according to that shaman's historical guide. We're pretty much looking at this this piece of terrain. So sealed passageway, basically. It's called the sealed passageway, and apparently, I guess, is permanently sealed. But yeah, it's the place with another set of weird-looking alien plant-like buildings. And then moving westward again, we are coming up at another piece of Tarir. Now hold on, do I? We've passed 9. Oh yeah, this is where we're gonna end it. Now we're doing a bit of a skip ahead. Again, in pretty much we're moving behind the wall now in Guild Wars 1. There you can see the green buildings. Again, these are not explained at all who they belong to. There are no kind of elves in Guild Wars 1. There were not even Sylvari, as you know. Sylvari were born like 30 years ago. By the time Guild Wars 2 is happening. So yeah, we're pretty much moving. I'm just gonna show you on the map. We're pretty much dissecting this part of Tarir. So as you can see, no signs of it in Guild Wars 1 if you don't count these alien plants and the green buildings right on top of the branches. And we're coming up into more of these weird ass plant things. Now I'm just gonna slow down the playback speed again. Because we're coming up to a very special place very shortly, and I'm just gonna quickly, hopefully quickly. Oh yeah, so now we've pretty much skipped ahead significantly, and technically in Guild Wars 1 we're around this place where you can see this like piece of the city. However, in Guild Wars 2 the overlap kind of breaks, and we are a little more a little more westward, a little more southward as well. Southwest, or is it southwest? Yeah, southwestward. We can ride a ley line now on a griffin. I'm sorry, on a sky scale. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm flagging my guys to show you a vista where there are the falls, after which apparently the whole map is named. but after which a single zone is named in Guild Wars 1. And as you can see, in Guild Wars 2. And as you can see, it's very similar in terms of like the terrain. Yeah, you can see this is it, the sort of peak. Now, of course, it's a little more grandiose in Guild Wars 2, a little more verticality to it. A lot more verticality, in fact. The lake has given way. But this part, pretty accurate to the Guild Wars 1 experience. Not necessarily with like the cliff face and stuff, but definitely in the feel. So, again, another very memorable zone that you can, if you remember the falls from Guild Wars 1. As you can see, there's a bit of a more of a wall in here in Guild Wars 2 than there used to be in Guild Wars 1. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool, the way they recreated it for Guild Wars 2. Now we do have a vista here, which we can hit, and
I'm ready to
I might
roll.
skip back in the video, in Guild Wars 1 video, to show you and do like a little comparison there. After I flag my heroes, I guess. There you go. After we fight the Wind Riders, I'm just gonna. Sorry, I already hit the Vista. Never mind. We're gonna replay it. Also skip ahead a bit in this video. Okay, yeah, there. We're gonna come up to it. Oh, this is before I flag the heroes. Yeah. So yeah, we're flagging them, and I'm just gonna play the Vista in Guild Wars 2. Hoping we turn the camera soon enough to compare it to like the money shot. Come on, swing the camera around. Yeah, there we go. That's the comparison, right? From a slightly different angle, but yeah, these falls have been retained for Guild Wars 2. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm gonna leave the screen in this sort of split screen mode. We have, even though it kind of cramps up the footage of both the video and Guild Wars 2 gameplay. However, we have just hit something that's called the point of interest, Fahoutl grounds. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but who cares in a fantasy settings, no? And yeah, we're gonna let the Guild Wars 1 video play till the end, even if we don't necessarily see any new zones. Now, we've missed a vista around the sort of lake area. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna go back for it. And we're just gonna continue with the exploration proper here. And yeah, just for flavor, we're gonna let Guild Wars 1 play, even though we're not really visiting any new places, or rather, you're not gonna see much change in terrain and stuff. It's just gonna be all pretty much the same stuff. Again, the falls is a very optional area. You can genuinely finish prophecies without ever hitting this map, ever entering it, and it means the story. That means pretty much most of the side quests. There are like 3 side quests that lead you here, but like genuinely not a lot of reason to come here, except for, I guess, the Balthazar Temple, which has been an entrance to the Fissure of Woe. So like a dungeon thing for Guild Wars 1, or perhaps even a raid thing, you could call it. But yeah, not much else to be said about this. What did you latch on? So we're gonna hit the Vista here again, made quite trivial by having a sky scale, but that's how it is. Again, if you remember, we did loop back to the very same place in Guild Wars 1 as well. As you can see the footage, it did bring us to the same place. as in Guild Wars 2. That's a funny coincidence, but yeah, one last comparison there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We are going to volunteer for this new instance spun up, and I guess dip back into Terraria. Yeah, I'm just gonna in Guild Wars 1. I'm just trying to loop back to the sort of where we've seen the greenhouses, the weird elf-looking structures. Now this is the East Gate point of interest. I'm gonna hit another vista before we port into a different instance of the map. And yeah, show off the hidden city of Terraria, which may or may not have existed around the time of Guild Wars 1, but as you can see, there is just no evidence of it in Guild Wars 1 at all. Now, we need a single vista, and I guess, what is it? 1, 2, 5 points of interest. Now, there's one directly above us, or north of us. And yeah, I'm just looping there, because there is a bit of an undiscovered terrain in Guild Wars 1 that I haven't quite hit. But there's nothing. Genuinely, there's like no new developments, nothing interesting, nothing fascinating. Kind of a dead end there again. Don't know whether there's any side quests or anything taking you there. So we have discovered the Eastwatch ruins in Guild Wars 2, and because the video stopped, I am going to. Ooh. The prompt disappeared. Apparently, our map is no longer being liquidated. This is the Vine Tooth then. And sorry, I'm just gonna give you back the full scope of Guild Wars 2 again. Welcome back. This is the Vine Tooth then, and the Vine Tooth is back. This is a very memorable enemy type if you've played the story. It's got a bit of a menacing presence. Now it's a veteran here, and even though it's called the Vine Tooth, then there's nothing too significant about the animal. The enemy that would make it worth naming a whole point of interest after, right? There's another undiscovered zone north of us, which I don't quite remember how to get to, but I guess it's gonna be connected to the pylon that's above us as well. We're gonna try to fly around here. Stop. Hold off. How do I get there? Ah, there's a ley line. Yeah, I remember that. This is a bit of a challenge because you need to wait for it until you have the mastery, and I genuinely did have to wait for it. Now, it does reward you with a mastery point. Unfortunately, it doesn't reward us with anything else. Namely, no points of interest, no waypoints. Those are further up north. Now, this must have been a design challenge to an extent for ArenaNet. Make sure, you know, there's a mastery point at the bottom of a pit where you can only get through a mastery. So just, you know, strewing the mastery points around so intelligently that you don't get locked out of progression. As you can see, we've hit another Nuhawk or Itzel or whatever frog people. Den. But yeah, imagine like you've spent all your mastery points on masteries that don't get you to the mastery point. And now you cannot get the mastery point to progress the mastery that will get you to the other mastery points. It's a whole mess. You gotta think about, you know, stuff like this when you're challenging your systems, because you can very easily make a fatal error there. Okay, well, we are left with just 2 points of interest until we ding 100% map completion on this weirdo map that... Oh, and sorry, waypoint. One waypoint, which is just directly south of us. Which is going to... get us to... much closer to the ascended shield meant for revenants, for herald. So it's only right we're doing it on a revenant. We're gonna open this. Ooh, we got lucky with a Black Lion chest key. We got some leaf fossils. Those are stupid. Gift of the Rare, of course, we might need for some legendary weapons, I believe. But not quite sure how many of these we really need. We might be sitting pretty on these already. But most importantly here, the Revenant's Cache, which once collected and once opened actually, will progress our Glynn's Bastion collection. Now again, all we need is the Herald's Inscription, which we can get at 4 crystalline ore at Mordremont's Vantage in Dragonstad, which we're gonna do in a different episode. Now, this might be it, genuinely, for the episode. However, I was kind of disappointed we're not gonna hit all the hero point challenges, because the thing is, I would not have hit them or sort of unlocked them, but I did want to progress both elite specs. So all of the completed ones were the result of me buying them from World vs. World. So I've never really experienced them on a Revenant anyway. What we're gonna do now is switch to a character that's significantly less Halloween clad, and we're gonna catch up on those hero challenges. Okay, so the goal of the thing now is just to hit the hero challenges and nothing else. We've done the exploration. We're gonna do this in 2 parts. Now, specifically, there's a... okay, so this one is already going on. Now, I'm specifically doing it on a Guardian. This Guardian is kind of new. But I did want to make a Firebrand, and Guardian is a very useful class for multi-classing purposes. So, I did want to level her up. As you can see, she's still getting her dodged attacks from the adventure guide and stuff. She's been very freshly promoted to level 80. Luckily, I have a very robust legendary armory, so didn't need to do a lot of equipping. Extra equipping. So that's one hero challenge. Don't really know what this says when you interact with it for the first time. That's gonna be... it might be a problem with some of these, but probably not a a concern for the battle ones, for the combat hero challenges. Now, I specifically wanted to... I'm sorry for yawning again. I'm very, very sorry for this. Another adventure, another unique adventure to an extent. Way unique from the ones that have been added since Heart of Thorns. But yeah, specifically I wanted to do some of these hero challenges because of this one. This one is very fun. Made somewhat trivial by the adrenal mushroom here. But yeah, there's the toxic cloud cured the meat on this hog. It isn't spoiled, but could it be edible? Take a piece of toxic bacon. So the hero challenge here is you eat the toxic bacon, and if you can keep this down for a minute, it is sure to strengthen your resolve. Now you need to keep this in your stomach for a minute. You're locked out of your skills. The only skill you get is to keep it down. Through strength of will alone, keep the bacon down and recover 25% health. Now, as you can see, it drains your health faster than you can spam it, basically. That's where the adrenal mushroom comes handy, definitely. But it is possible to do it without it. I think. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. So the goal and the name of the game is really time your first consummation or your first use of the healing skill, and then it's gonna get quite easy. So I did want to show you this, as silly as it is, of a hero challenge. It is something that's a little different from most of the hero challenges where you just press F or you just kill stuff, or sometimes you just consume something and that's the end of that. Now I would have done the exploration on the Guardian. That would have been much better because we do have the map completely unexplored. However, we did need that Revenant chest, so it's been part of the plan from the very beginning to do Auric Basin with Revenant, and nothing would have changed that, because I wouldn't do that on my own, by the way. I don't think I would play this map just for fun anymore, because here's the thing. Apart from those like miniatures and stuff, in terms of achievements, and again, I'm not talking about collections, but other achievements, Heart of Thorns achievements specifically, I have this map fully completed and fully finished, so there you go. It still hums with power. That's a red button on the side. There's a red button on the side. Push it. Again, another group event where we're gonna see how well we're faring up on our own. At the worst, we're gonna join like a train or something. But we might be fine here, actually. I mean, we're a Guardian.
Defense, then offense.
Should have maybe thrown up a... Damn, we still need to kind of kill the other two golems, right? This is not where the challenge ends. Also, we don't have a Jade bot. But we were able to rally. We can heal. And there you go. We managed to finish the hero challenge on our own, even though it's a group event. Good stuff. Good stuff. And it does give you event rewards, so people are encouraged to, you know, to a lesser extent, but still, to help others when they haven't finished this yet. But there's a reason why ArenaNet has since abandoned this philosophy. Again, it's just, oh yeah, there's a jumping puzzle, which they're gonna knock me off my mount anytime soon again, I guess. Maybe not right away. How can I get out of this cave, actually? Thank you. Oh, and for killing me? That's very kind of you. Anyway, doesn't matter. And yeah, we haven't seen a lot of these events. Those would normally be a lot of the experience, right, in our exploration, because we would try to do them for either perhaps sometimes for a collection, but mostly for hard progress as well. So unfortunately, we haven't seen a lot of it. Now, we're gonna see whether the Temple of Balthazar actually will host the NPC, because there is an event here as well. Unfortunately, we're not gonna see it. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, this is quite a terrifying battle against Balthazar's champion. Sorry. Such a powerful place. This is quite a challenging fight, so we might be better off without fighting the champion. But there is an NPC guarding this place that spawns here regularly, so be on the lookout for that when you come here. Now, can we actually cross this wall by cheating? Yes, we can. Sorry. Quite a few of thank you for that. That was very kind of you, you fucking dig hole. You're such a glass cannon. I can get you down from full health, from downed. And yeah, there are some pods, I guess mordrim pods over here. Pretty much parts of the meta, right? And there's that hero challenge we've avoided before. So that's the chalk, whatever. I've shown you that already, how it spawns. I haven't shown you how it fights. We might need to wait for someone here though, because this, some heroes. I mean, some of these champions. Sorry, I didn't quite pay attention to the dialogue there. Okay, let's try it, I guess. Let's just blindly try it. I haven't prepared a lot of CCs, actually. I don't even know what skills are CCs on Guardian properly. I don't know much about this class, to be honest. I don't play it regularly, but yeah, we're getting our as handed to us. We might get to re-experience the dialogue anyway. I'm gonna make a couple of amenities though. First of all, can we get like a buffing item here? Not necessarily. There are the sharpening skulls, which give us a buff when we pick someone off the ground, but that's pretty much it. And since there's still nobody around, we're not going to utilize that. What we can actually do as well is set up a personal waypoint for whatever good that does to us. We might be able to get back into the fight before the chakra regenerates health. I think I'm gonna wait for the timer, or it's a very long timer though. Okay, we might loop back. Whoever hits it in the meantime, they're welcome to it. But we're gonna move on. And hopefully find a host of easier challenges. We might also give them up at any point, because the most important thing was genuinely just the Fallen Masks adventure and getting credit towards Astralaria. That for me finishes this map completely. Also, I just wanted to show off, of course, the Guild Wars 1 comparisons. That's newly a part of the Legendary Journey. And even though it's quite hard to prepare, I think it was quite satisfying to pull this off in this episode, in this stream. And it's gonna go up as a VOD to YouTube later. So there's been some value in that, at least. And yeah, gonna try to make it less finicky to control it as well next time. Not having to constantly alt tab and stuff. Perhaps find a way to have it on screen simultaneously, all of it. So there's a challenge that I've missed a couple of people that could have been helpful towards finishing it. That's no longer a thing, so we need to engage with it on our own. These lands belong to the Quetzal. Trespassers will be killed and their bodies left at the edges of our land as a reminder to all others of what fate awaits them should they violate our boundaries. And I'm gonna ignore it. Again, a champ spawns right away, along with some other NPCs, some allies. These are veterans this time. I think last time it was just common enemies. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly dispose of these ants. Now, I don't know whether these were projectiles, could have been deflected or something. Okay, didn't quite get the heal right. And again, we don't have the Jade bot to deal with this. Okay, so we might need to throw up a tag at some point and get some help around here. Or abandon it again, like... Okay, you respawn on a waypoint and the jungle is so fucking horny for your death that they still start immediately killing you. Now what we can try to break CC with the Springer right away and some other skills, of course, but I don't quite know what CCs I have at my disposal here. Damn, he hits like a truck. We might be better off with a ranged weapon, actually. Shall we switch to a ranged weapon? I might keep the shield and the sword, but I might switch to greatsword to something. Now, I'm thinking longbow, perhaps, so we can kite. Now, this guy seems like a melee enemy. Melee only. And yeah, I guess the meta is back, so not a lot of people probably gonna help us at this point. We still got some 7 minutes to kill him, so yeah, let's try to switch to longbow, see if we can kite for a while. We don't have a miniature? How is that possible? We're gonna randomize those, I like that function. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a longbow. Now, I think we're fully berserk too, which is making us much squishier than you would hope, right? Okay. So we've got a new legendary longbow. I don't have a skill unlocked. Oh god damn it. Hopefully I can unlock it in combat or something. I don't how is this? No, probably just the bow. But the other things are I think are berserk too. And yeah, these are some trash ass sigils. Those are just some duplicates that I dug up in my bank account. This has been a bit of a time stall, but doesn't matter.
Might makes me right.
Okay, so we're kind of weak on the bow. I'm not gonna lie to you. The melee is much faster, but not to worry. Yeah, I get to enjoy my finisher at least. We did earn a new skill. Now this cripples, which is good, and this knockbacks. Oh shit, should have engaged from the... Oh yeah, he's very melee.
Getting healthier.
Fuck you. Get away from me. Why don't you? Damn, not very... doesn't work as well, the kiting, just yet. You don't get a lot of mobility. I'll be honest with you. Okay. Can we? No. No, we're not breaking the...
Stand your ground.
We're very slow. He's very fast, man. We don't have swiftness or nothing. So it kind of complicates things. Maybe if we can get some mobility or some swiftness on demand. Let's see if we can make some tweaks to our build. Because we're very slow now. From what I remember, Guardians don't have a... Guardians don't have a signet for movement. That's a surprisingly useful tool for your solo play. Because then you can kite a lot of these like melee attackers that hit like a truck. And yeah, just the increased mobility just makes a significant difference. So I guess we will have to do some swiftness, and I guess I don't know. Well, this is cool and all.
We have protected Tarir for over a century. It will not fall.
We're gonna do advance, I guess, and try to fire off some of this stuff. Okay, let's engage right away. Shut up.
Advance.
This is a trap, isn't it? It's a CC.
Fury is mine.
Not a CC. I'm sorry. It's a stun break as well, so it's good. We're still very vulnerable hero. Incredibly so. He's very fast, and once he gets to turn a corner. Also, some of these fucking longbow skills just straight up ground us in the ground. I mean, okay, can we?
I'm dying.
Nope. Okay. I guess we're gonna take it from the north now. We're gonna fail this. That's clear right now. Okay, I was speaking of YouTube earlier. I'm just posting links in chat. I know there's nobody around, but might as well have it in chat for any future newcomers, even though those would probably not see chat. Is that how Twitch works, actually? Either way. Oh yeah, we might actually need to dip into the city. In fact, we will need to dip into the city for one of the hero challenges, right? And I guess for one of the new collections that have been unlocked. So we're gonna see how these guys fare. We can get the hero banner as well.
Needs your help.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Hello, North. I'm coming to help.
Nature defends me.
Here, have some swiftness for whatever good it does to you.
The compact is swollen.
Okay, so we're gonna see whether the mushrooms can break through anytime soon. And yeah, the octavines apparently regenerate in 1.5 minutes. I was excited that someone wrote into chat, and those are my own links, so I just inadvertently disappointed myself. Okay. Yeah, apparently you can do this, and yeah, we can get something. Oh yeah, we actually did get need this for a collection too, right? That's it's actually right. So good, I get credit for it. So there's the traitor. It's one of the things that we need. Now we died like a noob, which is fine. I think we're gonna get resurrected by someone, hopefully. Also, hopefully get credit for participating. Although we didn't ding any achievement progress, I guess we can get that from the box. No? Did we not get it? Okay. Not gonna dwell on it. There's the hero challenge that we still need.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
So there you go. There's another hero challenge. Did we not hit it for the collection? What was the collection again? It was a new one, wasn't it? Was it for the pack? Was it for the War Master's pack? Defeat the Tarnished Traitor. Yeah. We did that. And we didn't get credit for it, probably because we were dead. I don't know. There's a challenge hero. Sorry, hero challenge right above us. I don't quite remember where the fuck. Sealed passageway, by the way, this one leads to a guild hall. We haven't hit that before. That's actually one alternative way to get into this map if you are in a guild with this guild hall. It is a good shortcut to Heart of Thorns, generally, and to Maguma specifically. I mean, sorry, to Auric Basin specifically. Just pointing that out. But it would be a point of interest we probably haven't hit right here. Now there's a hero challenge right above us. Over here, I think this is one of those that you just channel. I mean, you just touch and get. Yeah, because they're in like an inaccessible place, right? So it's you've already proved your worth by getting there. The whole of Terraria is visible from this perch. Its energy courses through the air. I mean, it's quite hard to look at Terraria from this perch, but it's fine. Pretty sure there are more useful vistas. Okay, so there is one hero challenge north of us. I guess we're gonna hit that next. Unless we're hit by an invisible wall on our way there. Oh shit, that's another champion, okay.
Advance.
Another champion we're trying to attempt solo. Luckily, this one has a very predictable attack pattern. And it might be genuinely easier to deal with than... yeah, it's gonna be way different to deal with. Oh, I mean, it does hit quite a bit if you're not careful about its attacks. But yeah, also much easier to kite. Yeah, this attack I should be wary of.
Help me out.
Most definitely. Okay, can we rally actually here? There's a waypoint very close to this thing. One we haven't unlocked, which was not very smart of us. And by us, I mean me. But yeah, a lot of spotchy, what? A lot of random ass discovery here. Now I'm sure there are better builds than what I have right now. Ones that could help me solo a lot of this stuff. Damn, did I get hit by that? Man, those CC bars are going way the fuck up so quickly. I mean, is there something else I can do? Oh, dodge. Oh, that was a good dodge actually. Okay, can we get a... Shit, I dodged too early. He's gonna do the attack again. We're screwed. Damn!
Might makes me
Okay.
right.
We somehow dodged that. Wasn't quite ready. Also clicked off the screen accidentally. So we're kinda kiting now. And someone joined the fray! Great, okay. One more attack of this kind and we're screwed. Good, we can close the distance daringly. No, we dodged, that's good. Okay, we can CC. CC again. Good. Oh, for real? Yeah, but we might be luckier with people joining these random ass hero challenges here and there because no meta is impending anymore, so it's gonna make it a little easier, hopefully. With all the people who are trying to also explore. Now, is there any above us in the system here? I think there's one in the Vine Tooth cave, isn't there? Is that a thing? Guess we're gonna see. Yep, there is one over there. I don't know if that's the cave, but I do believe so. Again, the veteran is gonna be way easier than whatever group events are spawning in the combat ones. Yeah, sorry, not a lot of insightful commentary anymore here. I think we're done with the sort of analysis of this thing, of this place. Again, the Legendary Journey is a sort of a combination of us trying to get the collections and map completion, but also exploring Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars Past. And I talk a lot about that. Unfortunately, the falls, as I've mentioned, are pretty much an end of the world type of deal. Another power node. The magic is begging to be used. Did they run out of fucking stuff to write about these hero challenges here? Burnish a quarry. Yeah, this one doesn't have an overlap with any of the Guild Wars 1 zones, so of course it's going to be lighter on lore. And overall, the whole zone is just light on lore and has been basically given lore by Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 1, again, it was just a random bit of the Maguma jungle. And I think what happened there was probably Guild Wars ArenaNet has run out of like resources to populate the map with exciting stuff at that point, and it just feels so hollow, so barren, and so inconsequential, really, in the grand scheme of things. Why would you like go there, right? So that's sort of the issue with the falls. Comparatively, Auric Basin is chock full of stuff to do and really like to see, because of course, like, this has been ArenaNet's first expansion. They really tried to weigh in on or sorry, not weigh in on, but lean on to the side where they did everything through like the event side of things, and they have learned a lot of lessons out of the failures of ore and stuff, and you know, tried to do a little bit more of a. I'm not all berserk. What are these stats? Anyway, don't know whether I can improve upon my build a lot. Shall we throw up just a mentor tag? I don't want to do a whole hero challenge train. How many are we left with? Just 3 hero challenges. Now, 2 of them I know are hell. We can theoretically do solo, but very theoretically now. I've seen it's not that easy. Okay, so here's the game plan, okay? We're gonna try it again. The first time around, we're just gonna kill the guardians, basically. Like, yeah, the guards. So you can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. And someone joined us! Hold on, is he... He's going ranged? What the fuck? Okay, this guy is annoying as well. Okay, he's stuck in a ranged attack pattern. This is easy. Is he gonna step his game up, or what the fuck is he doing? No, I am kiting a lot of damage, but I can dodge at any point. That's the sort of thing. Okay, I dodged a little too early there. Okay, oh, he's moving. Like this. Oh shit. I timed it wrong.
Not the leg.
Dog. Kill! Kill, man! Or you're gonna die too. Just kill. Thank you. Thank you for the rally. Okay. What are you doing? Why are you running? Running for us? You haven't been doing that for now. Till now. Now you're doing it. It's a little unfair of you, isn't it? Okay, but we got a ranger on our side. Pet kiting for the win. Okay, it's fine. He's in pursuit again, but he's dead now. All it takes 2 people and 1 pet, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's change the maps. I think the guy was happy too that he had some help. We've moved into a map where a meta is still going on. Great. That's that was ironic. It's not, I mean, sarcastic. I don't want to be in a map where the meta is still going on. Oh, there's a treasure mushroom, and it's dead. Hope you got your shoes out of it, man. Anyway, hero challenge. Don't quite know how to get to. Might be this entrance, perhaps. There's no entrance. It's gotta be way south of us. And yeah, that leaves us with the check, which I will try to finish on stream now that we've started it. It might be a satisfying conclusion to take it down. That might be genuinely the most challenging hero challenge of all in this map. The check is quite brutal, at least from what I remember. Now, you need to leave me the fuck alone. So I guess this bouncing mushroom is gonna take me nowhere but this little platform. Yeah, great. So this is exactly where we started. Thank you for that. I've apparently been playing for 5 hours. It is Saturday, so whatever. But yeah, this is a flash in the pan kind of deal. I wish I was able to do this more often. Unfortunately, I cannot.
I know what must be done.
What is this place? Have I ever been here? For real?
You must carry on without me. The future of Tyria relies on you.
What's this dialogue to? Does this belong to the fucking thing? How do I... Where's this... What? What have I missed here? Okay, I don't quite remember how to get to this hero challenge. Okay, so it's below us now again. And I must have been confused in the past two. Past two. I wanted to say past as well, but okay. Is this the path? This might be the path. This might be the entrance. Yep, we're here. Oh yeah, this is Divine Tooth's cave. And you actually spawn it, so, and he's a champ! I thought he's just a veteran. So, is this not Divine Tooth cave?
Fury is mine.
I didn't see a point of interest pop up.
Advance.
Yeah, I remember this champ. Yeah, kind of remember this champ being quite easy, even on launch. Of course, now with the power creep, it's an entirely different story. But I do remember this was one of the few that you could solo. In Verdant there have been a couple like that, soloable bosses. I mean, at least 2, or maybe 1. Golem, I believe, one of the golems.
Advance.
like the servitor model. I guess these modern bombers are making it a little harder here, but not significantly. Also, I'm wasting my CC. Stop. Okay. I think he hit me. Never mind that though. Okay, they're respawning, so that's where the challenge comes from, I guess. Still, I've been able to guide him for quite a while, and even get into melee range for a couple of attacks. Okay. Progress is slow, but I'm soloing. Might need to utilize some of my other skills. Right now that I almost have full health. Let's go into melee for a little bit. Okay, and back into safe distance, please. We are getting our ass handed over to us again. Still got the swiftness though. That's good. We can kite some more. And let's go in for the melee. Melee kill. So once again, one of the easier challenges. That leaves us with a single one, yeah. Indeed it is. It does. So let's rush it now. The main event failed. Can't I get to the cave? It's not a cave, it's a city, but... Oh, I found the hole! Someone saying that in map chat. I'm not, like... suddenly engaging. Here it's... whatever. Okay, and... last but not least, this challenge. I doubt my kiting will do me much good here. I think this is even a ranged enemy, isn't it? Let's use the personal waypoint. We don't have the Jade bot, of course. I forgot about that part. Alright, let's see if... we'll wait a minute. If someone shows up. If not, we're not gonna... we're not gonna be too heartbroken by that. Because, well, we've seen the boss. We can read the dialogue again, of course. What it says on the egg clutch. These eggs seem too large to be from a bug. Try to take one. I guess this is kind of your introduction to the Chuck as well. Chuck have a big presence in the next map, in the Tangled Depths, right here. But yeah, if nobody shows up and we are quite incapable of felling this enemy, it's not gonna break our stream, really. We've achieved what we wanted to achieve, so that's pretty much gonna be it, I guess, for us guys. We'll see. We'll wait a little bit for the finale, but yeah, thanks for anybody if they stopped by, even if they didn't write anything into chat, even if they engaged in a little bit of a lurking. I thank you, especially if you're watching this on YouTube at the moment, way past its Guild Wars 1 comparisons. if you somehow stumbled upon this. Like, I'm not going to advertise this as a sort of definitive comparison to Guild Wars 1 map. I think if I produced it offline for an offline video, I could have made a much better job of presenting like the differences in the map. Anyway, links I've already posted. I'm just gonna post them again for my live Twitch viewers. That's patreon.com / Weiler, written WEILLER. That's for my Patreon. And then my YouTube, if you're on YouTube, you don't need me to spell this, in which case I will spell actually twitch.tv/Rodweiler. That's ROD_WEILER, for my Twitch streams, which I do very irregularly, I'm afraid. But if you give me a little follow, you can be, pinged anytime I am streaming. Now, what's next? I think the next stream is going to be Doom again, but it might be Secrets of the Obscure. It's unlikely. However, it was part of my plan to sort of do this Secrets of the Obscure story. Someone's rushing this. Let's see, do they have a solo build that they can fucking genuinely... get these guys? I'm just gonna fascinatedly... Okay, I guess this guy's kind of a beast here. Oh shit! Okay, I'm just gonna join.
Might makes me right.
Just gonna genuinely join here. Whatever. Okay. So yeah. I did want to do the Secrets of the Obscure streams before the next sort of part of the story came out, or part of the expansion. However, I don't know whether I'm actually going to be able to pull that off, because it is almost upon us. If you look at the Wizard's Vault, which is what I've been planning to do before we got some help with this Czech champion. Then you'll see it's like 17 days. It basically overlaps with the Shadow of the Mad King. So yeah, 17 days. Once Halloween is over, that's pretty much the next episode for this stuff. Where did the Revenant go? Did he disconnect or something? That would suck, man. Anyway, so yeah, we've got 17 days to potentially finish it. Now, I've been focusing a bit on trying to 100% everything that's already been out. However, I don't even know if I'm able to pull that off. Probably not even that. And then to fit a stream in between that as well might be difficult. Definitely going to be probably unlikely if I do it alongside Doom streams. So we might space out Doom streams a little bit and prioritize this. Unfortunately, someone's trying to get me to join their party or something. I'm not engaging. Let's say I'm logging off right now, okay? Bye! Bye! Also, I'm gonna switch to someone more Halloween themed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the Secrets of the Obscure. It's likely I'm just gonna do streams of it once it's all fully out. I'm just gonna figure out the whole story, and I guess stream it kind of retrospectively. But I still haven't decided yet, and it's kind of hard. What I am going to do right now is I'm gonna log off. Of course, upload this stream on YouTube. And I'm going to spend the evening trying to do something productive. Whether it's going to be trying to 100% complete Secrets of the Obscure, or whether it's going to be making a thumbnail for a potential Secrets of the Obscure stream VODs, that would kind of motivate me to actually push it out of the door and go for it. I might be planning more Legendary Journey. At this point, I really don't know. I might progress even End of Dragons. We'll see. We'll see. If I progress Secrets of the Obscure on my own time, well, if I make the thumbnail, okay, and I'm satisfied with it, I'm and perhaps go back to End of Dragon. Okay, I'm not gonna promise anything. Okay. It's just we've got 17 days to think about it. Then the next patch hits, and then it's too late for me to start streaming it, because at that point I will want to play it for myself again in my off time and get the whole picture. And I won't want to go back to like the initial episodes of it and the initial beats. So yeah, pretty much. My main focus right now is going to be to figure this out, really see how much time I have, how much of my free time I can really spend on doing these productive things, and we'll see. Till then, thank you for being part of these streams and to any capacity. Yeah. That's it from me now. Legendary Journey. We're one map away from Astralaria. Now that one is a bit tricky because that's dry top, and I desperately wanted to stream dry top T6, but it's probably unlikely to happen ever on stream. So it just requires too much coordination, and to stream it alongside my dry top exploration stuff and things, yeah, it ain't it's a lot. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Thank you, and see you around. Bye bye. I'm going back to racing. I'm actually the thing I'm gonna focus on is Halloween as well. We need to do some Halloween shit. So I'm gonna use that to play us off and mute myself and do a race here, and yeah, bye.
Magister Tassie's research wasn't a complete waste of time. This candy corn is really effective bloody prince repellent.
Almost can't
They'll have to
blame
hit much harder.
You can practically smell the...